I'd just like to show you a little home movie I've been working on. You might need to adjust your hearing aids, though. It's a bit early for this, but hope you'll stick with me on this.
How can we get more tourists to come to our country?
Don't worry, I am a social media guru.
What's that?
You know, tweeting, posting, digging, liking, going viral.
I don't know what you were talking about.
What? You mean you're not on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, YouTube, StumbleUpon and Tumblr?
No, I have a real job where I have to do real things at work.
This is madness.
Hello, ladies. How are you? Fantastic.
We're not a passing fad. We don't change by the seasons. Everybody waits for you now. What happens next?
Okay, I admit it, I'm a bit of a bird nerd.
If you waste as much time on the internet as I do, you probably recognise quite a lot of the things in that clip. The Star Wars kid, Dance Through the Ages, and the very famous Old Spice adverts. They're all clips that have been viewed and shared millions of times by people around the world, and the bottom line is that people like sharing stuff, and whether it's a funny picture of a cat, a clever advert, or a hot tip of a place to go or to stay. But how do you find that secret ingredient that makes a video clip go viral, or get a blog post read, or a Twitter link clicked? And that's what we're hoping to answer over the course of the next few days here at Social Travel Market, next 2 days in fact. Social Travel Market, like many ideas, was conceived over a pint with Steve Keenan here. If you just stand up and say hi to everybody. So, I don't know if you know, Steve Keenan is online travel editor for the Sunday Times. I've worked with Steve for many years. My name's Mark Frary, by the way. I've been a traditional print travel journalist for a long time, working for the Times and a few other publications. But we've both been banging on for ages in the pub about social media and travel, and how it's never much covered in depth at things like World Travel Market. It is covered outside, obviously, by fringe events such as the successful travel blog camp, which was held last night at a pub nearby, and a very good night we had as well. So who are we? We're just a couple of old school hacks, really. We recognized that the world was changing and that we needed to evolve or die. We don't call ourselves social media gurus, but we do know some very talented people who have agreed to share their knowledge with you over the next 2 days. They come from places like Canada and Valencia, the destinations that are at the cutting edge of the use of social media in promoting travel and tourism. Some of the speakers are some of the most popular travel bloggers in the world. There are expert tweeters who are going to share their knowledge with us. These are people who know their bit.lys from their RTs. And there are tour operators as well who have realized that engaging in conversations directly with their customers is actually a very clever thing to do. So I just need to mention a few housekeeping tips. I'm sure you'll want to know these. If you want to use Wi-Fi in the sessions, those are the details. Just leave that up for a second. You go to the XL London network, type in those details, and please can I ask you not to use it outside the room, because we've only got 20 connections, so if you're starting to use it outside, we can't use it in this room, and it's yeah, very expensive as well. Hashtags. If you're tweeting about the event, could you use the hashtag STM 2011 for Social Travel Market, WTM 2011 for World Travel Market, and then Treasure Travel for us, a very exciting social event this evening. I just thought I'd mention, just in case there are any bloggers in the room, I hope there are, although 10:45 might be a bit early for them perhaps. Silk Road Challenge, we've been working with UNWTO to work on this challenge, and basically we're getting bloggers to go and visit some of the countries that are part of the Silk Road, see them on the floor of World Travel Market. Those are the 5 countries that are taking part. The idea is that the bloggers go and visit these countries, find out a little bit about those places, find out the new things that are happening there, and then write a post on their blog. If you want to take part on that, there's still places left on that. If you just go to that URL on there, the bit.ly Silk Road Challenge, and we're going to judge the best posts tomorrow morning, and the best post will win an iPad. And if you want to take part, just sign up there, and there's a map on the table at the front here if you want to take part in that. But anybody who's already signed up should have received that by email. And then I mentioned the social media scavenger hunt this evening, so I know that several of the people in the room have already signed up for this. There are actually a few spaces left. It's going to be very, very exciting, and it's been kindly put together by our friends here at Treasure Trail, by Kathy here. She's trekked all over East London and beyond, I'm sure, on many cold and dark nights to work out some clues for the social media travel treasure trail. And so if you want to take part in that, sign up on the URL there, twitfight.com/STMhunt. There's only a few spaces left, I know, from looking this morning. If you are taking part, can you pick up one of the travel documents here? You can find out a little bit more about the company as well. And you can do it on your own or in groups. And to start the trail, 5 p.m, you need to watch what Treasure London, which is Kathy, is doing on her Twitter feed. I'm sorry about this, lots of housekeeping, but any bloggers who want to take part in our State of the Travel Blogosphere survey, take a look at this link. It's an anonymous survey, and we're using it to find out what's happening in the travel blogosphere in the coming year. And anyone taking part will go into a draw for one of the new lightweight Kindles. Anyway, so I'd just like to say a big thank you to our 2 big sponsors. They are Viator, as you saw on the slide earlier on, and you can see from it in the room, and also Siren Communications. Now, I don't know if any of you know Viator. I hope you do. It's a place to search and buy tours, adventures and experiences in hundreds of places around the world. If you want to go to a gladiator school in Rome, for example, or send your teenage daughter on a fashion shopping spree in Paris. And I'm sure they won't mind me saying that you can also book a tour of Bologna's famous brothels as well on Viator. Anyway, Dan Hart, I'd like to introduce you. He's the general manager of Viator here in Europe, and he'd like to say a few words, introduce his company, and also introduce our very exciting keynote speaker. So Dan, could you come to the podium, please?
Great, thanks, Mark. So, good morning, everyone. Hi. Just to give you a bit more detail, my name is Dan Hart, and as Mark said, I'm the General Manager for Europe and Asia for Viator. Mark described Viator very well. We are one of the leading tours and activities players in the online space. Just to give you some context with what we do and what we sell, we have around 9,000 tours that we sell across, let's get this right, 200 destinations in 150 countries. And they range from a whole variety of things. So the Gladiator School being one of those, it could be a helicopter tour in New York or in Las Vegas, down to some more obscure or smaller tours, but nonetheless, all of them seem to sell very well and are very popular. So we're delighted to be one of the key sponsors for this event, and judging by how many people are here today, I'm sure it's going to be a massive success. So good luck for the next day or two. We're also thrilled that the focus is so much on social media. As far as we're concerned, social media is an important component of our marketing mix. To give you some headline stats and just give you a bit of context with what we do, we have around, I'm just reading this off here so I get the stats right, so excuse me for this, we have around 83 blogs, I think it is, 83 Twitter accounts, and 83 Facebook pages, which are all destination-led. We're very much keen to promote that interaction between our users, our Facebook fans, and our Twitter followers. Again, to give you context with that, we have around 12,000 Facebook fans and around 5,000 Twitter fans so far. And we've launched this back in July, so it's still quite new to us, even though we've been planning it for about a year. But it operates across our English marketplace. And I should say we have 9 multilingual sites. We actually operate not only in the UK and the US and English-speaking countries, but we also have multilingual sites across France, Germany, Spain, Netherlands, Scandinavian sites, so Norway, Sweden and Denmark, and we launched into Japan at the start of the year, and we have other languages that we're going to be launching quite soon. So from a social media perspective, we have our English content that we launched earlier this year. We also launched into France and Germany, so that's a new initiative concentrating on 4 destinations, I think it is, Maria, at the moment, but nonetheless it's going to be one that's going to be growing quite sufficiently. We have 2 full-time social media employees within the business. So again, I think that kind of stresses how important social media is as part of our marketing mix, and certainly one that I think will grow as our languages start to grow as well. That's it as far as the pitch is concerned, so I won't go on any further about Viator, but all I would like to say is I hope the next 2 days go very, very well. I know there's an event this evening that we're going to be participating in too, which we're actually going to run a competition which we'd like you to be part of or join. Maria, do you want to just tell me or jump up quickly and explain what the competition's about?
Yeah, so so the competition is to win £50 to spend on Viator website, and to be in a chance to win, all you need to do is go to www.viator.com, pick your dream tour, so you can pick via destination or category, click tweet against that, and then tweet why you love that tour, remembering to put hashtag WTM 2011.
We should have put that on a slide because you probably won't remember, but if you want that detail, then come see us after the session here. I'd also like to introduce Kathryn Barrett, who's our localization manager. So again, if you want to come and have a chat with us at some point, we're going to be here over the next couple of days anyway, so it'd be nice to meet you face to face and understand a bit more about what you do. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Kathryn van Dyke, who's the, she's got a very long title, but I quite like it. It's Manager, Reputation, Content and Social Media for KLM.
Just get you set up.